Alright, so this video has been a long time coming. Ever since the Killbot video, people have been criticizing me for talking shit about memory levels. So here's an in-depth analysis of memory gameplay and my opinions. I'm also going to talk about some other things than memory that are also kinda related. So there's a bunch of 1.9 levels that implemented memory into its gameplay in some way, like Theory of Firepower or the Shredder, or any level with a fucking ball maze. And since the release of 2.0 it has kinda diminished, but it was replaced by blind transitions and invisible gameplay. All of these gameplay elements are shit, and here's why. So I want to make a distinction between normal levels and demons. You can generally beat a normal level without practice mode, while demons usually require you to practice if you want to beat it in a timely fashion. And this is important for the argument I'm going to make. First off, normal levels. People usually don't beat normal levels for the thrill of their difficulty, so I think it's fair to say that it's important for these levels to be completely fair towards the player. I think creators understand this for the most part because you almost never see memory sections in normal levels. However, lots of levels still include unfair gameplay in the way of blind transitions and invisible gameplay. Take this level for example. There's a random invisible auto part for no reason here. Couldn't you just have added some pillars with blue jump pads like you did here? And in this level there's an invisible ship portal that throws me off and sends me to my death. Why does it need to be invisible? If I could see what was coming up, I could have adjusted my inputs and avoided crashing into the ceiling. But instead you decided it better to make it invisible and make the player feel cheated by the level and leave them frustrated. In Geometry Dash it's very important that the player knows that his death was his own fault, because it's at its core a skill-based game. Throwing in random invisible gameplay elements throws the player off and makes it unfair. The same applies to these blind transitions that don't give you time to react, or jumps that you have to make off-screen. Here's a good example, right until the 95% mark where there's an off-screen jump. Notice that the entire level is visible to the player from start to finish, which leaves completing the level entirely up to their skill level. Apart from that last jump, this level has completely fair gameplay. I'm not saying you can't put transitions that cover the screen in your level, but if you do, make sure that the player has time to react to what's happening, like in this transition. The ball floats through the air for a second, which gives you time to recognize what game mode you're in and act accordingly. One more thing I want to mention that's kinda related, but not really. People using text to tell the player what to do. Please stop doing that. You can tell the player what to do without putting ugly text in your level. If you don't want me to jump, just put a spike or a saw blade here. If the dash orb ends here, just put some sort of indication like a gravity portal or a dotted line or something. And most importantly, please don't tell me to press the button, because that's just fucking patronizing. Of course I'm going to press the fucking button, that's the only thing you do in this game. Stop treating your players like imbeciles by telling them to press the button, that's what Polargeist is for. A lot of people don't even know about this message in Polargeist because pressing the button is the natural thing to do. So putting it in your level is completely unnecessary.
I'm Captain Obvious.
And now to demon levels. Demon levels generally require you to go into practice mode first, so the rules are a little different. I don't have as much of a problem with blind transitions and invisible gameplay in demon levels, because you'll learn it through practice anyways. It's still bad form in my opinion, but whatever, I'll deal with it. However, making your level memory based is not acceptable. My problem with memory gameplay is that it doesn't add to the difficulty at all. It only serves to make your practice playthrough twice as long and annoying. Once you know what to do, the memory isn't even a factor anymore. It's just a matter of timing and precision at that point, like any other level. For example, in this part of Clubstep, nobody makes the mistake of pressing the button too many times. On top of that, memory gameplay usually goes at the cost of decoration, making it look either very messy or repetitive. Alright, and that's that. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section and leave a like if you enjoyed and consider subscribing for more.